What's up, YouTube? It's Nick from Rise Up Sports, and I'm back with another video today, recapping week 3 of the NFL season. It was a good week, really good week of NFL games. Some shocking wins, some shocking losses. I'm just going to break it down. All right, so here we are. First game, Steelers-Browns. Thursday night game. I was definitely watching this. As you can see behind me, I added some Steelers cards thanks to Lil Mac J TV. Got me these cards, player cards. I have some TJ Watt, James Conner, guys like that, Juju, some of my favorite Steelers players, even though two of them are not even on the team anymore. Anyway, Steelers Browns. I was not a fan of this game. The Browns beat the Steelers. Some interesting stats here. Mr. Trubisky is just not good. he didn't do anything bad, but he just didn't do anything good. Najee Harris was okay. Really, it came down to the Browns rushing attack. I mean, Nick Chubb averaged 5 yards a carry. Got a touchdown, and then Kareem Hunt did good things. But really, it was also Jacoby Brissett with Amari Cooper. David Njoku had a career game, and that's kind of all that you can say about it. It's just was not a good way for the Steelers to go out there. I'm not saying that they lost terribly. They lost by 12. They really only lost by like 6 because they were down 6, and then they had a fumble that was recovered and taken back for another 6 points, so they ended up winning by 12. But not a fun game to watch for me. I was disappointed with that one. Second one, Bills Dolphins. So this was like one of the most entertaining games. The Dolphins ended up winning this one. Tua got hurt and then came back into the game later. But Josh Allen, it was a really weird game for him. I mean, he had 63 pass attempts, threw for 400 yards. Played really well. I mean, Devin Singletary had a ton of catches in this game. Diggs played pretty good. I think McKenzie played really good. They had a lot of guys get involved on the offensive side, but really it was a weird game because Teddy Bridgewater came in for 2 snaps, or 2 passes at least, maybe more snaps than that. They only ran the ball like 16, 17 times, whatever that is. It was a weird game. It really came down to the very end. It's not like either team played particularly great. I mean, Josh Allen obviously threw for 400 yards and still lost. So it's just kind of interesting how that happened. I think the Bills secondary was really banged up, and that did not help their case at all. But yeah, that was an interesting game. Dolphins now the leader of the AFC East, and we'll see what happens. They're kind of like the top team in the NFL right now at 3-0. Bengals Jets, kind of what you would think in a Bengals Jets game. The Jets just kind of ran out of luck because the first 2 weeks they scored a lot of points. Now they only scored 12 points. Garrett Wilson got hurt at one point in this game. Joe Mixon is a little banged up now. T. Higgins again got hurt, but he stayed in the game, I'm pretty sure. I think he came back in after. Looked like he got another concussion, but we'll see. But yeah, nothing really crazy there. Titans Raiders, another weird one. Derek Carr could not find a way to win. It was the Titans that ended up winning this one. Derrick Henry played really well. Saints Panthers, again, another one that not super interesting. Christian McCaffrey played really well, had 100 rushing yards. Baker Mayfield didn't do really anything until I think it was in the fourth quarter where he threw a good pass to Laviska Shenault, who took it in. Ravens Patriots, another really wild one because Mac Jones played so bad, and then he ended up getting really hurt. He'll probably be out for a while. But I mean, for the Patriots and Mac Jones to play so bad, the Ravens didn't win by as many points as you would think. Patriots running game did really well. Lamar Jackson just did better. He threw for like 200 something yards and ran for another 100. So Lamar Jackson's good. He didn't get that contract extension, but I mean, you might now think that he deserves one. Lions Vikings. Vikings squeaked it out just barely. Justin Jefferson continues to be doubled every single time, and they just really can't get the ball to anybody, or they can't get the ball to him. They just have to throw it to everybody else, which it's working so far. So Vikings kind of got back on track with this one, but still, I mean, the Lions played them tough. They're playing everybody tough. Eagles Commanders, I saw this I think it was a tweet or something on Instagram where the Eagles, I think it was the Eagles coach or one of the Eagles coaches or players or somebody showed like a Kobe Bryant video to their team, and then the score ended up being 24-8, which is Kobe Bryant's two numbers. Rest in peace to Kobe. But yeah, Jalen Hurts just dominated again. Carson Wentz just got sacked. I think he got sacked 9 times in this game. It's rough over there in Washington, I'll tell you that much. Chiefs Colts, biggest surprise of the weekend for sure. Actually, no, it's probably not the biggest surprise, but it's one of them. But the Colts, after getting totally blown out by the Jags and not scoring a single point, ended up beating the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes threw an interception later in the game, and Colts found a way to win this one. Bears Texans, most boring game by far to me. Bears got it done. Justin Fields played pretty well. Bears, first of all, Justin Fields barely threw the ball at all. I think he's thrown it like 40 something times in 3 games, which is not very much. Jags and Chargers, definitely this was the most surprising one to me, even though the Chargers were very banged up. They had like nobody. Like they lost players during the game. Keenan Allen didn't play. Justin Herbert has cracked ribs. Like not good for the Chargers, but the Jags, they knew they could win this one, and they did. They definitely didn't hold back. Scored 38 points. So gotta give credit there. Rams Cardinals. Rams are not as good as last year. I think that's what we can kind of take from this. I mean, they beat the Cardinals, but they just didn't play as well. Cooper Kupp didn't play super great. Matt Stafford was okay. It just came down to the Rams just being, I think, a little better than the Cardinals, but I don't think they're all that this year. Packers Bucks, another very like boring offensive game because none of the offenses really did very well. But the Packers squeaked it out. I mean, Tom Brady just didn't have anybody to throw to, and I think that's part of the reason why the Packers got this one done. Because literally, I think Rashad Perriman was the number 1 receiver for Tom Brady, and Cole Beasley was another receiver that Tom got to throw to. But not a good one. Falcons Seahawks, another really boring game. But the Falcons ended up winning this one. Geno Smith, kind of coming back to reality a little bit. Didn't play bad. I mean, DK Metcalf had a touchdown in this game, but I think Kyle Pitts finally played well for the first time this year. Greg London caught a touchdown at the end, and that was the one that ended up winning the game. And then Broncos 49ers, I really didn't watch this one at all. But a weird score, 11-10 is your final score, with Russell Wilson finally getting it done. Kind of surprised Jimmy G didn't play better. I was hoping after last week he looked really good. He didn't really play that well. And Russell Wilson just barely got it done. So, and I'm looking forward to Cowboys Giants tonight. I mean, y'all are seeing this after the game's over. If I had to guess on this one, I think I took the Cowboys, or did I take the Giants? I can't remember who I took. I might have taken the Giants when I did my prediction video. And I'm going to stick by that. I think the Giants will win this one. I think Cooper Rush, beating the Bengals last week is pretty cool. But I think Saquon's going to have a good game, even though it is a tough run defense on the Cowboys. I think Saquon will have a good game, and I think the receivers for the New York Giants will step up. I don't know how CeeDee Lamb's going to do. It's kind of hard to tell. Cooper Rush, Dalton Schultz is not going to play. Sorry, I'm naming everybody. Dalton Schultz probably not going to play, and so it's going to be CeeDee Lamb and Noah Brown. And to me, I just like Saquon better than any of those players. I think Saquon will have a really big game today or tonight, as I'm recording this. And yeah, so that is my recap of week 3 of the NFL season. Let me know what you want to see from me next. I'm going to try to look at all my like predictions and have like a thing at the top of the screen where it has like my picks and my record of like, I want to keep track of them, but I have to go back and look and try to make that like banner where it says like what my record is on all these picks, because I want to total them up at the end of the season and see how I did. So, but yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next Rise Up Sports.